Linked to the PYD, a Kurdish group in northern Syria, the YPG was formed in 2004 as its armed military wing. But why does Turkey consider the YPG a terrorist group? The YPG is a Syrian offshoot of the outlawed PKK, which has been fighting the Turkish state since the 1970s. Turkey says the PKK and its affiliates masterminded several deadly attacks that have killed hundreds of people across the country in recent years. And it's not just Turkey who holds this view. The US, EU, and NATO have also labeled the PKK a terrorist group. The YPG's gains in Syria have given the PKK a considerable operational advantage, and according to Turkey, a new base of operations from which to launch attacks. The YPG's own objective, though, is to carve out an independent state in northern Syria, which it calls Rojava. This ambition of Kurdish state overlaps with the PKK's aim of an autonomous Kurdish region that would include parts of Turkey, Syria, Iraq, and Iran. Even fighters from these groups say they're all the same. For example, in an interview with the Wall Street Journal, a PKK militant said, "Sometimes I'm a PKK, sometimes I'm a PJAK, sometimes I'm a YPG. It doesn't really matter. They're all members of the PKK." Both groups also consider this man to be their leader. Abdullah Öcalan is accused of orchestrating a campaign of terror in Turkey, which has lasted for decades. Despite evidence linking the YPG to the PKK, the US and the EU still consider the two as separate groups. In recent years, the YPG has made significant gains in northern Syria, and rights groups accuse the YPG of ethnically cleansing Arab towns and cities. But the US sees things differently. It considers the YPG to be an essential partner in the fight against Daesh in Syria. And it gets even more complicated. The YPG is now part of an umbrella group known as the SDF, which has around 50,000 fighters, including child soldiers, the bulk of which are from the YPG. By supporting the YPG-dominated SDF, the US is going against its own NATO ally, Turkey. For Ankara, pitting a terrorist organization, the YPG, against another terrorist organization, Daesh, poses a major risk. There is evidence that US weapons supplied to the YPG have ended up in the hands of the PKK terror group and have been used in terrorist attacks inside Turkey. The conflict with the PKK has already cost Turkey over 40,000 lives. With all this evidence, is the YPG a terrorist group? You decide.